We are witnessing the start of Lamborghini's electrified new era, and its first ever series production hybrid model is now here in Malaysia. This is the Lamborghini Revuelto, and here are the 5 things that you need to know. The Revuelto manages to look both familiar and also all new at the same time. It still has the classic Lamborghini wedge shape, and you also see many hints of its V12 predecessors in its design. But its main styling inspiration actually comes from the limited production Sian FKP37, especially the Y-shaped elements as a nod to its electrified powertrain. Some of the exterior design highlights include the Y-shaped daytime running lights, the hooded headlights hidden underneath the bonnet bodywork, front cameras and sensors disguised as rocket launchers in front, the aero wings flying buttresses behind the rear doors, and an electronically adjustable rear wing. The name Revuelto roughly translates to remix, and that's in reference to the powertrain here. This is Lamborghini's first ever series production hybrid powertrain consisting of a 6.5-litre naturally aspirated V12 engine and 3 electric motors, one each on the front wheels and one inside the 8-speed DCT gearbox. Altogether, the system makes a whopping 1015 horsepower and is routed to the roads via an electric all-wheel drive system. 0 to 100 km per hour on this thing takes just 2.5 seconds, onwards to a top speed of over 350 km per hour. Uniquely on the Revuelto, the engine here is actually turned 180 degrees from normal with the gearbox placed behind it, because what used to be the transmission tunnel is now a 3.8 kWh battery pack, which they say is enough for a fully electric range of around 10 km, so it's really just there to support the engine and not mainly for eco purposes. It is still a plug-in hybrid, although the charging port is hidden underneath the front storage compartment, which means you're not actually expected to use it often. Instead, you'll be using the glorious V12 engine to charge up the batteries, taking just 6 minutes to do so. Lambo says that the Revuelto is inspired by spacecraft, and it's most noticeable on the inside, particularly on the center stack that's apparently inspired by an alien's head. Otherwise, it's a relatively pared-down design headlined by 3 screens, including a 12.3-inch unit for the instrument cluster, an 8.4-inch portrait touchscreen for the center infotainment display, and a 9.1-inch letterbox-style touchscreen for the passenger. Another big improvement inside the cabin is also its space, particularly in terms of headroom and elbow room. There's also now storage areas and cup holders inside, which means the Revuelto should be a much more dailyable hypercar than the Aventador. Thanks to its electrification, the Revuelto now boasts a whopping 13 driving modes, including Cheetah for low-speed city driving, Strada for comfort, Sport, and of course Corsa for when you want to take it to the racetrack. All of these are adjustable via the 2 little dials on the steering wheel itself. There's even a fully electric mode, which means your neighbours won't complain when you start the car early in the morning before your weekend drives. As for pricing, because this car made its way into Malaysia so fast, there's actually not a global pricing just yet. But according to a Lamborghini KL spokesperson, this car here is actually going to be starting at around 2.5 million ringgit before duties, taxes and options, which is just about 4.9 million ringgit if you add in duties and taxes. For more information on the all-new Lamborghini Revuelto, do log on to AutoBuzz.my.